Joey at Stricken wants to know if I'll ever make a best cosmetics that go together. I probably won't do something like that specifically, but a lot of people have been asking for me to do a loadouts video, and I will do one of those because if it is a loadouts video, then I would assume, at least from what I think of my personal taste, if I'm using them, then I think they go great together. So I might just do a loadout video showing off what I think looks good together. But there's so many different options, and what, like, people like painting their hats lime and pink, and I hate those, but I can't invalidate their opinions and vice versa. So I'll do a loadouts probably that just shows what I think looks good. But then it's really hard. I've learned that with the top 5 too. Like, people have some really different tastes. ScottJAw Cupcake. What is the funniest thing you ever did with a duck and a cow? I've never done anything with a cow. I've never even tipped a cow. But we did have chicks, like little baby ducks, when I was a kid. And I named them Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And we only had them for a couple weeks. And then my mom got rid of them because she was worried about us catching salmonella. So that's the closest I've ever gotten to a duck. I don't really like ducks because they give you bird flu.
Tell me what happened.
Ivan Sion says, greetings from Argentina. What do you think about kids in TF2? I don't mind them. I mean, there's a difference between, like, little kids playing. Like, if a little kid plays, he's a squeaker, and he just asks a question, he acts like a normal human being. I don't have a problem with kids playing. I think it's awesome. It's the next generation of TF2 players. But on the flip side of that, which is an issue not only in kids but adults, are like trolls, people that just act like morons because their parents didn't give them enough love and attention, so they feel the need to act like idiots on the internet. Those people bug me. But if you're just a kid and you like squeak, hey man, your balls will drop eventually, and you'll have a deeper manly voice. So I don't mind them. Hopefully that answers your question. Adam Ferris, how old am I? I am old. I'm not going to answer that. And also, do you like Team Fortress comics? Who's your favorite character? Team Fortress comics are awesome. And I don't know as far as favorite character, because it's all like Demo Man. They gave Demo Man a cool backstory. The new Sniper, where he's now from New Zealand, that's pretty cool. They're all the same. I mean, Miss Pauling, maybe Miss Pauling's pretty badass. Chase Wells, the infamous JWell77, wants to know what my favorite 1D member is. I don't know what 1D is. I'm not up to date. I don't know. I have no clue what that means. Sergio Navarro, what's up, Serge? He wants to know what the last 4 of my social and my mother's maiden name is. You're a creeper. I'm not giving you that information. And then, what is your favorite movie and why is it Soul Plane? Soul Plane's an amazing movie. Let me just break it down to you Roger Ebert style right now. Soul Plane is the Citizen Kane of the 1990s. Snoop Dogg's performance was not only exhilarating but riveting. I cry and I like. I like and I cry every time. Soul Plane is the shit. Alright, I'm lying. My favorite movie is Karate Kid, the original, followed by The Empire Strikes Back. And then Godfather 2. I don't know why Empire and Godfather 2 are both the middle movies, but they're the best ones. So, thanks for the question, Serge. Bird Jesus. If you could have any hat with any effect, what would it be? See above. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe if I could have any hat, I would take a Burning Flames Team Captain just because it's 540 buds and I would sell that shit in a heartbeat. But any hat that I would actually like, I really don't know. I like Sunbeams. I like Burning and Scorching Flames, Ghosts, Vivid Plasma, Purple Energy. I like most of the first effects. And I also like Kilowatt, Terawatt, Phosphorus, Sulphurous. They're all nice. YOLO Phone wants to know, what or who inspire me to do YouTube vids? When I first started out, Star and Germa. I love that Germa's like the nice guy who also is like funny, and he's kind of crazy, because I'm not. I'm like super chill, super mellow. Like, I can't even fake being one of those people that are like, ah, like the PewDiePie scream and stuff. I personally can never do that. I don't have it in me to act like that. I'm just way too mellow to even try to fake it. Star, because Star knows he's good. Star does what he wants when he wants. I appreciate that about him. And then, like, just watching their videos, they're the ones that probably inspired me to start TF2 on YouTube. But as far as who inspires me to make videos, I just make what I like what I personally would want to watch. That's what I make. That's why you see a lot of weird stuff that I don't have normal series or. And I'm starting to move over. Like, I'm looking at a notebook. You can hear the paper, a half-filled page of notebook that are just all the ideas that I have for videos. I'm starting to write them down now because I will forget. So here's some of the stuff. Mario Kart. Expect to see a Mario Kart video. Volvo Please Nerf series coming soon. Bonk. Tide demo. Nuclear Throne. I will be adding Nuclear Throne in the mix. So it's just stuff I want to make. And I'm seriously like starting to lose my voice. I'm doing all questions in one take. And my voice is starting to like go. So Rabbitman101. He's a recent subscriber. He loves my content. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then the question was the last one I just answered. What got me into YouTube and what motivated me? Oliver Swaim, what is up, Freaky Frucka Rucka? Hopefully you're back in TF2. What's your motivation for making videos? Those were like 3 in a row. So I'm glad that that was actually one of the last answered question. Nicola, what's your favorite reskin in TF2? If you're talking actual weapon reskins, the AWP. I don't do any custom skins or anything like that, so I don't know any, like, I know Venom uses like a Tabasco bottle or something for demo. I don't know any of those things. I don't use them. So I'm just going to say the AWP is my favorite reskin. What is the first game I played? The Paizu wants to know. Paizu, have you ever heard of ColecoVision? That's all I'm going to say. Asian 420, Illuminati confirmed. I wish I was Illuminati. Because not only would I destroy whole infrastructures and, like, destroy water supplies and do whatever New World Order type megalomaniacs do, I would also have a better computer. I would have an Xbox 9000. I would have a mansion. I would love to be Illuminati, or at least a Freemason. Jack Baker wants to know if I've ever played Comp TF2, if not, ever considered it. Jack, I consider playing Comp every single day. I want to play Comp. I want to play to get away from engineers and spies. I'll probably end up playing Sixes or Highlander, because even then I can only have one engineer against me. And I'm very excited about the new matchmaking, or the new Comp matchmaking rumors that are going around. Hopefully it'll turn out good. But I have been wanting to get into Comp. I just never had the time before, and now that I do, I'm in talks with my buddy Chairface to try to get at least be a sub. I do want to try it out. Jesper wants to know, what was my first unusual? First unusual was a nuts and bolts brain slug, which I unboxed after about 200 crates. So I got that. It was nuts and bolts. Brain slug's one of my fave hats from the Pyro class. And I ended up trading that along with an overpay, which was horrible at the time. I was so stupid, for my smoking chieftains, which I still, to this day, this is probably the 8th time I've mentioned it in a video, still don't understand why that's not themed. Smoke signals. Indians. That's what they do. My great uncle told me. Smoke signals. It should be themed. Uncle Jaw said, theme it. Nobody listens to me, so I can't get an overpay on it. Damn it. Punuri Carbanos. Sorry if I ruined that. How did you find out about TF2? Orange Box. I found out from the Orange Box. Second question, what was your first hat drop? I can't remember that at all. That was so long ago, I don't remember. Sorry. I know the first item that I actually traded for, like I saved up and traded for, were the flip-flops, because I wear flip-flops in everyday life all the time. So that's still my favorite item in the game, actually, the flip-flops. Mr. Shark wants to know, what's your favorite TF2 hat? Bigger Boy. Bigger Boy all day, every day. I don't know why. Makes me think of Newsies, and I kind of feel like breaking out into song about, like, the depression whenever I see that hat. So, Tedda Edberg wants to know, why am I so sexy? I don't know, Teta. I'm gonna throw this into the same category as the awesome question earlier. I'm just gonna say genetics. My mom did good. You did good, Mom. Guys, seriously, Scott is Illuminati confirmed. We're not gonna touch on that. We've already talked about Illuminati and Young V. You guys don't make fun of Young V. Marco Salvo wants to know if I started from nothing or did I invest real world money into trading. And then thank you for watching, Marco. I appreciate that you like the vids. I invested a ton of money into this game. Keep in mind though that when I did, items were a lot cheaper. Like you could go on Source OP, people had stores where you could find really good price items for decent real world money prices. And for me at the time, I had a really good job. I would rather just use money instead of investing time because I've never really had a full, like, I've never really had a lot of free time. So my time is more valuable to me than money, or at least it was when I had a good job and I made a bunch of money. So I would just buy stuff. Keys were only $1.90 on the black market. You could have as many idle accounts as you wanted. Just put the $5 down, or even the backpack gifts that turn you to a full like Team Fortress player or whatever. So yeah, I spent a lot of money on it, and I'd probably do it again. So yes, Marco, I spent way too much money on this game, and I still do whenever stupid crates come out. Kenny wants to know if I ever quit YouTube sometimes. Yes, Kenny, I do, absolutely. I need a break sometimes. It gets monotonous, and every now and then I'll just need a break from life. Like, I'm a person that enjoys my like free time or my quiet time. So every now and then I will just send my wife and child to her parents' house so that she can visit. I will spend the day just sitting around playing video games, watching TV, and eating junk food. And I have no desire to even look at YouTube or look at video games, or I'll just play video games just to play them, and I'll play stuff that I usually would not put on my channel and wouldn't put on stream. So I veg out, and I think everybody should do that. No matter what kind of job you have or what you do, you should always take time for yourself and just recuperate and veg out. Talking Llama wants to know, if you could be any color, what animal would you be? I don't know if you're asking if that's like a trick question, Talking Llama. If you're like, if you could be any color, what animal? Like you're trying to get me. But I would be green's my favorite color. An animal, I would be a monkey. Because monkeys are awesome. They throw poop at people. Random Gamer, Half-Life 3 is not confirmed. Quit lying. Car Razor, how come you're so sexy? You need to know. Genetics, and then Yves Saint Laurent cologne is very nice. Wear flip-flops all the time, and don't get your hair cut for like 6 months because the lady that cuts your hair is on maternity leave, and then grow a beard. That's all you gotta do. Ace My Spades, 3 questions. What advice would you give to a new unusual trader? What is your favorite food, beverage, snack? Who's your favorite class, weapon, or hat? Alright, Ace My Spades, that was more than 3 questions. What advice would I give to a new unusual trader? Don't do it. Just figure out what you want as far as what your dream hat is. Get rid of stuff, sell it on the market. Buy the hat on the market, or just buy pure on the market and get, directly to them. If you do have to grind to get up to it, just be safe. There's so many scumbags out there that'll try to rip you off. Also, try to, like, say you're saving up items and you want this unusual. Before you go after the unusual that you want, trade everything you have for pure. You're going to have a better chance of getting what you want for a decent price if you offer pure, as opposed to like giving a bunch of items. Plus, most people are scum and they like ask for a shit ton of overpay for one item. I never got that. Like, I think it's kind of scummy. What's your favorite food, beverage, snack? Pizza is my all-time favorite food. Beverage, I'm trying not to drink so much, but Coca-Cola is awesome. And snack, I like French onion dip and just regular Ridge chips. That's my jam. Favorite class, Scout. Weapon is Scatter, and hat is the bigger boy. Opa Opa, should zombies have a right to vote? Yeah, they should actually. No, they're dead. Obviously, if they were smart enough to vote, they wouldn't be dead. Maybe. I don't know. There's a really good show on BBC called In the Flesh about people that were zombies and they got some kind of like surgery or like a shot injection, and it made them just be normal, like normal dead people. Really, really good show. If you have a chance, watch it. Alright, Cheating Frederick Smith wants to know, do you ever do sub-vids, and where did you get the Aussie scattergun? I do sub-vids sometimes, and I'd actually like to do more. I have a server right now that I share with Unknown Venom, and I would love to get some people in there. I try to announce it in the ScottJAw Steam group, which if you're not a part of, definitely join, and then just for people to respond. But I have such a weird schedule when I play. It's usually late at night, which means mostly only people from like Europe or Australia can get in. And then there's crazy ping in there. So I will actually, I might do one of those today. Join the Steam group, Frederick, and I'm looking to make a couple videos that I need people to join in. Got the Aussie scattergun from my homie, Serious Sandwich. He knew that I've wanted one forever, so he got one. He hooked me up with it. And I love Serious Sandwich. I never get to talk to him anymore because he keeps playing games that aren't on Steam. So, I miss you, Sandwich. Freshly Squeezed Orange FSO wants to know, how many subscribers do you aim to have on YouTube? Honestly, the only goal I ever had was 10,000. And from here on out, the sky is the limit. I would love to get to a point where I can make decent money off of YouTube, just to like pay normal bills like the cable bill and part of rent and buy a couple games, and then I would be happy. So whatever that entails, I don't really want to put another goal. I just kind of want to let it flow and see where it goes. TR Gamer wants to know if I could play CSGO. Alright, TR Gamer, what I'm going to do for you is I will put up a CSGO video and you will never want me to play CSGO again. I'm horrible at CSGO. I don't get the game. I don't understand how I can shoot somebody for 30 seconds straight. They turn around and shoot me once and I'm dead. I just don't get it. I don't get CSGO. I don't get the hype. It's a cool game. It's not my type of game. I play it every now and then, mostly gun game, and I only play with friends. So I will, next time I play CSGO, I will record the whole thing. I'll record the conversation I have with my friends while we're doing it. No editing besides maybe like respawn times and stuff. I will put it up just for you, buddy. Shane Filestone wants to know if I like playing or trading in TF2 better. When I first started playing TF2, I enjoyed trading more. The current state of the market, ever since the BMOC like disaster of 2012, I do not trade. I hate trading. I don't like it. I want nothing to do with it. So playing, it's actually funny because now that I don't trade and spend hours looking for trades, I'm so much better at TF2. So that answers your question. I am not a trader, and I like to play more so. McCarson wants to know, why don't I make a whole series about trading? I think I just answered the question with Shane, but I don't like to trade. I could give tips. I'll do 60-second TF2 trading tips every now and then. I can give advice on trading if it even still works, like, because I've been out of trading for probably a year now. I don't like to trade. I could easily do a trading series, get a ton of views on it, but it's not really my thing. If I ever start to trade again, then I will. I'll make some trading videos, but it's not something that you'll really see on this channel unless it's just trading tips or like giving you guys advice on something when it first comes out or how to make some profit. But I'm not going to trade. Now, Drake, will you start a trading series? Maybe Scrap to Unusual. No, there's a million of those on YouTube, and it's not my thing. Like I said, if I ever do start trading again, I will do it because it's so easy. Like, it's so easy to just make profit in TF2. You just have to have no morals or very low morals. You can make a ton of profit in TF2. Lane Long, I started playing TF2 7 years ago, but really like spending time on it 3 or 4. Dennis, do I ever advertise my channel? No, not really. I'm gonna start though. I think I'm gonna start advertising my channel, just not in like a scummy way, like putting, you know, hey, come to my channel on other people's channels. I think I might do AdWords, like the Google AdWords. I've been thinking about doing that. My wife, who's a marketing major, like she's trying to talk me into it. I've always wanted to hold off and just not do that, but I think it's about time. I'm at a pretty good stage now where I think it's time. Zurich 4 Kings wants to know what made me enjoy making videos on YouTube. First and foremost, like, the actual editing process, I love to edit. I love to learn new things, so that's really good. And then just you guys, like you guys are by far my favorite part of YouTube. The comment section, like for better or worse, YouTube comment sections on a lot of bigger channels are just pure cancer. But my subscribers are like awesome. Like you guys actually, I've noticed I don't have a ton of spam comments. Most of the comments I have are people that are genuinely asking questions or providing feedback and stuff. So I think it's awesome. Like, you guys are the reason I still do YouTube, because I'm not making a ton of money on it. I do it because I like it, and that's where people like fall off when they just start doing it like a job. But I like it, so thank you. Mr. Carlos wants to know, do I regret spending money on TF2 or any other game? As far as TF2, no. Even though I spent at least 1,000 real-world dollars on TF2, I don't regret it because TF2 gives me so much enjoyment. Like, I have almost 2,000 hours of game time into TF2. So I don't think it's... Am I dumb for spending that money? Absolutely. I'm an idiot. For spending that much money on virtual items? Yeah, for sure. But if I didn't spend it on TF2, I would have spent it on other crap. Like t-shirts or something like that I wouldn't use. Other games? Yes. I bought Watch Dogs, pre-ordered it. Total letdown. There's been a ton of games like that. So now I really don't... Oh, what other one did I buy? Stomping Land, total letdown. Nether, total letdown. A lot of people still love Rust. I've heard it's gotten much better, but the first month Rust was out, it was a total letdown. So many games that I don't regret spending the money because I at least experienced them, but total letdowns. 310 IGN, would not buy again. Like, bad stuff. Aled Phillips wants to know, if I were to make a guide on TF2, what would it be based on? It would be based on popping, not dropping. That and how to track, not twitch. That's what I would do. Also, how to not be a douche on a Koth map with multiple mini sentries. Dennis wants to know if I'm going to make more top number topics here. Eventually, once I'm done with this series, I'm done for a while. They get pretty boring to make. Like, it's cool, but there's really no, like, I can't edit anything. I basically just get a clip from the game, throw a couple PSD files into Vegas, and record audio. So I'll bring them back. I like them. I think it's cool, like, the awesome feedback you guys give, and like just seeing like a hat that I find completely ugly and I would never wear. Somebody else, it's their number one and they love it, and then they'll put what else they wear with it, and I can picture it and it looks cool, so I get it. But I'm not going to be doing this for a while. Oppo wants to know if I drink. I drink water. I drink Coke. I drink Monsters, which Unknown Venom yells at me all the time for. Alcohol-wise, I do every now and then. I don't drink to get drunk, though. Like, if we're someplace and they have a cool, like, home-brewed beer or something, I'll drink that. But I actually have not been drunk since my birthday, 2011. So, not a big drinker. The rare endangered Hoovy Tortoise, Verify Venus. This guy gets it. This guy gets it. Thank you, rare injured Hoovy Tortoise. I believe that Young V needs a rap song. Actually, I'll give you guys a little spoiler for a future video. I'm working on a rap song for Young Venus. Young Venus is the guy who's on the thumbnail. He's a character in Nuclear Throne. And I'll give you one line from it. Don't steal it. Don't steal it. Frick the bitches. Radiation's what I need. That's it. That's all I'm giving you. But you can imagine it's going to be a Young V rap song. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do gameplay, or if I'm going to do live action, or if I'm going to do animation. But that's something that I am working on. So rare endangered Hoovy Tortoise, congratulations for verifying Venus. Infamous Mustache wants to know, what is your dream TF2 Unusual? Do you ever plan on getting it? And will you ever make TF2 trading videos? I said earlier it was the Baker, Haunted Baker. But then I kind of am questioning what my favorite hat is, and I don't want to get it, actually. I have my Vivid Plasma Baker, which I love. Instead of going after my Dream Unusual, whatever that will end up being, I think I'm going to buy or get a couple like low-tier Unusuals just for other classes. Either that, or I'll spend money on a all-class and just wear that for everybody. But I wouldn't mind getting just some low-tier Unusuals, like a Mass Fly's Crown for demo, or Something like that. I have a nuts and bolts Brainiac that I'm trying to get rid of, and I think I might use those buds just to buy like 15 key garbage hats for each class. I kind of want an unusual for my heavy when I'm playing MVM. So, will I ever make trading videos? Probably not, but there's always a chance. Delivery Hoovy wants to know what's my fave wep and loadout. Scattergun, my ultimate loadout that I wear on everything is my Vivid Plasma Baker, my cardigan, and my flip-flops. Also have the vintage Luger in there. And then I've switched between the bat and then the 3-rune blade. I'm working on a professional 3-rune blade. I like it, but then there's no way you can use a 3-rune blade in like the Halloween event, so I just switched back up to my bat. That is it for Q&A. I have a hoarse voice right now, so hopefully you guys like the answers to the questions that I gave you. I just recorded everything, and I'm going to use the magic of editing to put a second video together from this. And now I'm going to go gargle some salt water because my throat hurts. But thank you guys for watching. I did this at 12,000. I'm going to break 13 in a day or two, and it's just insane. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I say I appreciate it, and you guys really just can't comprehend how much I appreciate it. So thank you for watching, everybody. Seriously, take care and peace.